Time for the main event!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. So I was listening to Just Brian's interview with Cornell Gunther over on his channel. Make sure you go check it out. The link will be in the description down below. He has been gracious enough to allow me to use just a little clip talking about body morphing and what he says about body morphing. So let's watch this clip real quick and then we'll discuss. Alright, so at this point in the interview, he asks him like things that he can actually talk about, and he can't talk about things they haven't shown yet. At least he doesn't want to steal their thunder. But he does mention something about body morphing that literally made my brain just... Let's listen, because I never thought they would do this in a million years. Once again, thank you, Brian, for letting me use this clip.
With body morphing. So the body morphing upgrades that we run this year is exactly what it sounds like. You know, we did a lot of amazing things that really, like your craziest imaginations on what you want to think. If you want to make yourself look like a swordfish with skinny legs and jacked up top, you can do that. And it's a lot of, you know, that was a lot of work that we put in.
So did you hear that? See, all I was asking for is just give me a little bit of body morphing so I can make the arms bigger, you know, just a little bit of adjustments. You could still have the preset body types and then you just allow me to adjust it a little bit. Nah, man, they're going full body morphing. That is awesome. Do you know what that means online? There's going to be a lot of freak characters online, just like Street Fighter 6. If you played Street Fighter 6 when the game came out, there was a ton of weird, crazy looking characters with skinny legs, huge upper torsos, tiny heads. They were trying to make it so they were harder to hit, although the hitbox I think is the same no matter what. It was just really fun to see all the different creations, and then it was really cool to see the people that really took the time to make their character look badass. And I'm hoping that the island mode, even though it's online only and it's probably going to be like the social hub for this game, we're going to see a lot of cool and probably really dumb creations to go along with the good ones. So hopefully they have full access on the island, or this could just be limited to the single player. Either way, I am here for it. I am so happy about this, and I wanted to give examples of what this could possibly mean for the game. I've played tons of games with creative characters in them, and so I brought a few examples. The first one I wanted to add is one from Soul Calibur 6. This was on sale on PC, so I just downloaded it real quick so I don't have to get it all set up and download it on my PlayStation 4. But on PlayStation 4, I really went nuts with my characters on there. I made Strizer probably look different than he's ever looked before because it was in the confines of this game. Now this is what I was asking for. Something like this, where you could just adjust it just a little bit to make a difference, but nothing crazy that would warp the character to make him look totally weird, right? Nah, they didn't just do this. They took it a step above this, which I am so shocked, and I can't wait to see it in real time and like do it for real, like actually get to get in there and make characters. Because the way he's making it sounds like you can go full bore, like just whatever you want. Even Soul Calibur 6 with its amazing character creator was still pretty limited because it had preset armor types and items to where it had to be scalable to fit a certain body type. They didn't want to go the extra mile and make it so otherwise there'd be clipping, but they could have done it if they really wanted to. But when it comes to like fighting games, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just trying to think, because Street Fighter got away with it. Street Fighter figured it out, but in Street Fighter 6, they don't have a ton of creation parts to use. There's a very limited supply of them. So there was less parts to use, but the character itself, you could go full crazy with it. And I have a video somewhere that I was digging for when I was making this video, hoping I can find it before I'm done editing, to where I show the character creator on the game. And it was amazing. You can, like, skinny arms, huge giant head, skinny little legs. Like, you could make freaks. And like I said earlier, online, there was a ton of weird-ass characters online. It was pretty fun. This game is pretty cool. It has a ton of options and stuff you could do with it. But my favorite aspect in games is to make my own character and play through the game with my created character. Now, before we end this segment of the video, there's a lot of other characters that people made online. And I just want to show off a few of them. There were some pretty like questionable ones, but yeah, stuff like this. This is really cool. Now, this isn't what they did. They didn't make it like that. What the hell is that? Come on, people. Come on. But they didn't just do that with the body morphing. They took it a step further, and I'll show you here in a second. So this is Casual Pro Wrestling. It's an indie wrestling game in the works. It's actually really fun. It's ragdoll physics based. It's like $10 over on Steam, or $11. It's real cheap. There's a lot of fun to be had. There's a huge amount of creative characters that you can download. The gameplay's not 100% finished yet. But it's still fun. But this is what I imagine he means by the character creator. Now, it might not even be to this extent, but I was trying to give you both extremes of what I'm talking about here. We might get pretty close to this, though. I mean, he's talking about skinny little legs, huge upper body, like he was just saying, like a swordfish, like you have little swordfish legs and stuff like that, and a giant, huge torso. If that is the case, and I'm hearing him correctly, I can make all my freaky characters I used to make back when I was a kid. That is so cool to me. That is so fun to me, because I know that's a wrestling game. I know it's supposed to be simulation. It's still there. But those of us that like to create things outside of the world wrestling, or just to make, like, if you've ever played Ultimate Muscle or seen Ultimate Muscle, the cartoon, Kinnikuman Ultimate Muscle, I believe it's called, or Kinnikuman in Japan. I have all the games like behind me. Anyway, that dude, whoever created that, basically made every single thing a wrestling character. There's a sneaker wrestling character. There's a chess piece wrestling character. There's a knife wrestling character. There's a freaking toilet wrestling character. Literally everything you possibly think of that's bizarre is a wrestling character. It's much like Mega Man. Like Mega Man had Knife Man, Needle Man, all that kind of stuff. He pretty much did that, but in the world of wrestling. And I really wish that franchise would take off over here, because it's so cool. It's so unique. And in that franchise, they wrestle to the death, which is hilarious to me, because, like, wait, you're going to just kill off characters willy-nilly? But anyway, I wanted to make this video because I wanted to highlight how cool this is for creators and how bizarre some of the stuff we might be able to create in the game this year. So I am super excited. One of my biggest complaint ever since 2K15, and one of the reasons why I fell off the franchise, is because they took out body morphing. Now, it was never super crazy back in the old days. Well, maybe it was. In fact, I think there was one game where you could adjust each arm's size. So you could have one arm be gigantic, and you could have one arm be really, really tiny. It was actually hilarious. Because, yeah, I had a guy that was trying to turn into like Frankenstein, and I gave him the choke slam, and I did the wrong arm, so he was doing the choke slam with a little tiny arm. It was hilarious to me, so I just left it because I thought it was funny. He has this huge monster arm, and then he was doing choke slams with a little baby arm. So I don't think he'll be able to go to that extreme, but just anything like out of the norm, I would love, just to mix it up. I love the crazy stuff. I love the arcadey stuff. That is great news for me. Now, I don't know how that's going to affect online or anything like that. They might ban those from online, the the full crazy characters. I mean, you can turn off, like I said earlier, because the island is probably going to have its separate pool of creative wrestler parts and stuff. So that'll probably, all the wrestlers in there will probably be normal, no body morphing. I'm guessing body morphing is only going to be available for the offline modes, and I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely 100% okay with that, because that's the modes I'll be playing the most. The island mode will probably just be for co-op and unlocking achievements, trophies, and items and stuff like that. It'll probably be more of a social hub. But I love this. I love this idea, this concept of being able to make freakish characters again. It is so fun. I can't wait to play this game. Thank you, Just Brian, for letting me use the clip from your video. He also goes on to talk about two-tone hairstyles, and I just want to go over the possibilities for that real quick. Let me show you one more clip from another game called Code Vein 2, just to give you an idea of what I hope we get from that two-tone hairstyle thing, because it sounds awesome also. Alright, now this is the clip I recorded from the demo of Code Vein 2, and it kind of gave me an idea of what they might be going for in WWE 2K26 with the two-tone hair colorization. I'm just trying to give you guys ideas of what they might be going for, because there's a ton of examples out there, and I feel like this is probably the best one, because these guys are gamers, they listen to the audience, and I'm just trying to give them ideas if they are watching this channel. Hey, if not, here's a cool idea for you. So look how they do the two-tone. Now this is just the beginning of it. It gets super in-depth, and it looks really cool with some of the features that you can do. I mean, look at this. these are some of the options we could have, because he made it sound like it's pretty in-depth and pretty robust. And there's a lot of hairstyles supported, according to that interview. I am super happy about this. My main 2 characters, I've been wanting to do more with them and try to make them more original. I've kind of gotten lazy in the last couple of games because it takes such time and effort to recreate them in every single game, and they haven't really majorly added any new features or body morphing. So I just kind of do the, I don't want to say bare minimum, but I just kind of do the stuff that I like. Okay, that's good enough. I'll add some logos here and there. Some of the outfits actually have the cool designs and stuff all over them that I want. But we haven't really got to this stuff. This is the stuff that the Creation Suite has been desperately needing for years. And I'm so excited to hear that this could potentially be what they're talking about here. Like, I'm not going to say it's at this level, but it could be. Maybe they went all in, and I mean, I am so happy. Like, I cannot wait to play this game. I know that the Battle Pass might ruin it for everybody, but hopefully it's not overly grindy and stuff like that. I'm super excited if you haven't noticed. I love creating wrestlers. It's felt like I've been creating the same wrestlers since 2K15, but with slightly better graphics. It feels like they finally listened. They're finally upgrading the create a wrestler, and literally that's my favorite part of the whole game. Like, I love, don't get me wrong, I like playing matches. I like playing through universe mode and wrestling against wrestlers and stuff like that. But literally my favorite thing is creating my wrestlers, seeing them duke it out, and actually playing as them, of course, through the modes, and seeing them interact with the wrestlers, real wrestlers. It's just fun. It's just fun for me. It's why I like these games so much, and it's honestly why I got into wrestling to begin with, is because of the character creator. That's what sparked my interest in wrestling. So anyway, thank you for watching. Sound in the comments below. Once again, thank you, Just Brian, for letting me use that clip. Go check out his full interview. I'll leave the link in the description down below. And as always, stay frosty.